down the left-hand side. How about that step and pace off the mark? Short ball, try! Chance favours the brave. How good was that?
What a brilliant try.
Both sides have thrown everything at it in the last 80 minutes. Another great example of why we love the great game of rugby league.
Mānawa mai te putanga o te ariki, mānawa mai te ariki o te rangi, mānawa mai te mātahi o te tau. Matariki te tipua, matariki te tawhito, tau mai te ira atua, ki te ira tangata. Ati hei mauri ora, kāti ake, tēnā tātou katoa, ko whakarauika mai nei ki tēnei whakapāhotanga. Ki runga i te tiriata a ARL, ki konei, ki te Atatū, te uru o Tāmaki, Bay Roskill Vikings in round 7 of the Auckland Fox Memorial Premiership here at Jack Colvin Park. Our two teams are very excited to be able to be showcased this afternoon. Brings me great joy to have Kei Taku Taha, my brother-in-law, who's had some experience at this level of competition. Isaac Leova'a, tēnā koe.
Kia ora, malole. Yeah, really looking forward to this call today, and beautiful conditions here in Tamaki Makaurau. Look forward to these two teams going to battle.
Ka pai, me te mōhio e hoa mākoutou e mātaki maina. Unfortunately, both teams haven't had the greatest starts of the season. This is round 7 and they've only won just the one this year. However, kia mōhio ai koutou e mātaki nā. Today is a new year. So me whakataha pia I ngā raraunga kua taha ake nei. We might have to just park some of the results that have happened previously, Isaac, and it's a long season, isn't it? And both teams will be trying their best to get into some form.
Yeah, that's right, and two very proud clubs, and with both clubs, you know, there's been injuries to Bay Roskill, so it means opportunities for young players coming up and being able to play in the Prem side, so yeah, we're looking forward to this.
For sure, both teams have strong culture. A very family-orientated club is Bay Roskill. Our whānau, our husband whānau, spent many years in tuck shops and fundraisers. Our nana was a strong contributor towards the club. I'd just like to mihi to some of the whānau, the husbands, the Riggs, the Roberts, the Hetheringtons, the Otunukus, the Ciales, and more recently the Vogels and the Henrys. Am I seeing something here, Isaac Leova'a? Is that Ben Henry out there having a jam?
Yep, we've got some past players that played NRL experience in the team, so Ben Henry's out there. And also we've got Jerome Ropati, who's part of the coaching team as well. So, yeah, they'll bring a lot of experience to these young guns who are coming through.
As we look out along the Bay Roskill squad, we've got the three brothers, Tuakana. The Tuakana here is Danielu, and we've also got Josh Danielu. The Danielu brothers are very prominent in this squad. Here are the standings for round 6. As we have noted, unfortunately, Bay and Te Atatū only with the one win. However, I tēnei wiki tonu, ko te tino kemu o te rauna me ki, ko rāua tahi ngā kapa e rua kei te tihi o te tepu, ko wai atu, ko Otahuhu. Waihoki ko o Wairaka, Mount Albert Lions are playing at Fouge Park as we speak. But like I said, I'd just like to give a big mihi to the Dugout broadcasting crew and Auckland Rugby League that have made it an important opportunity to be able to showcase and celebrate all clubs. Tuatahi ka whakawhiti atu ngā kōrero I whai wāhi atu au ki te kaiako o te kapa o Te Atatū. We're speaking with Francis Ledger. Ka te ake e tiwi, no mātou te whiwhi, te whai wāhi atu ki te kaiako. Me te kai tāko, titihi o ngā kai tākoro o te kapa Te Atatū Roosters, kei taku taha. Francis Ledger, tēnā koe, Francis.
Tēnā koe, how are we?
We're good, man, and it's a special time of Matariki. How is Matariki important to you, and how is it important also for your team to come out here all guns blazing?
I guess it's a it's a blessing to be a part of. Obviously, newish type of thing that's come along, and Matariki is a massive representation of our Māori heritage. Obviously, we're in the country of Māori people, so it's good to pay homage to our culture and all the Māoris that are out there.
I know it's been quite a challenging start to the season this year. However, speaking of the Māori New Year, it's the new year ahead of us. What are we looking forward to today?
We're looking forward to a good clash. Obviously, both teams haven't been going as well as they would both like to, especially our team. I think for us, we've been close to getting wins, but also a little bit far from actually putting them together. So I think that once we get clicking and once we get some cohesionness, some consistency in our lineups, I think that will show in our results.
Being a Richmond junior, spending some time in Aussie and Point Chev as well, how's it been coming over to Te Atatū and sharing your experience and skill set as a player, coach?
Yeah, it's different. It's been very different. One thing I've got to give it up to is the Te Atatū Roosters and giving back to the community. There's a lot of initiatives that are going on here. There's the kōtiro that's going on with all the women's and the girls' spaces that's going on, and just everyone that gets in behind.
Excuse me, we're going to listen very shortly to our kai ako o te kapa o Bay Roskill. We got a chance to talk to, and here's some thoughts from Jono Paul. Ako whai wahi atu te kai ako te kapa Bay Roskill, Bay all day ki taku taha. Jono, what brings you great pride of representing this proud club of Bay Roskill?
Yeah, bro. No, we're excited to be here. We're excited to represent our club. I've been with the club now for about 25 years, and there's a few of us here that still want to represent Bay. So, yeah, we're proud, keen, and always happy to grow and develop the talent within our community. So we continue to aim to do that, bro. So that's probably one of our biggest things.
As you mentioned, it hasn't been the greatest start to the season. What's been some of the problems or challenges, considering where you are at the moment?
Yes, my assistant coach, Jerome Ropati, he's been the biggest problem. Trying to get rid of him, actually. I'll have Gordy instead. But no, we've just suffered a whole lot of injuries. We've got, almost 9 to 10 players out. We're losing a player every game, and it's the key positions. And so, you're trying to build combinations throughout the season, and we just haven't been able to do that. But at least our reserves are getting a good run. Our young boys are having to put their hand up early. So they're getting some game time and some experience. So that's been good for us.
Obviously, it's time of Matariki, Jono, and as you mentioned, you've been with the club for near on 25 years. Our family has had huge involvement as husbands at the Bay Roskill club. You've got clubs are built off of families, and I see there's 3 brothers out there today having a run.
Yeah, well, there's a whole lot more, but half of them are injured. But yeah, bro, we are. I think from our perspective, we're part of a local church, so our culture is built on the Word of God, the Bible, and that's not for everybody. But we want to live and glorify the Lord in everything that we do, and we play footy as a part of that. And so that's important to us.
We'll be sending kareke out there for the Bay today, there, brother Jono. Wish you well. Hope the team goes strong.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much.
Ko ngā kōrero a ngā kai ako e rua, ko Francis Ledger, rāua ko Jono Paul. Tatere ana tātou kia rongohia te pūtātara a te kaiwa wao e hoa mā. Bay Roskill is kicking off. They're running from west to east. And we're underway of round 7 of the Fox Memorial competition, and we're choosing to go short, and it's come off quite successfully for Bay Roskill. Mahi mahunga tere, don't see that too often, do you, Isaac?
No, especially from the first kickoff.
Geez, nothing to lose here. Both teams sitting sort of at the top of the table if you look at it upside down. With all respect, all the best to both teams, just trying to find some form. This is Bay in the black, red, white and green strip. This is Te Atatū Roosters, their home ground on the left-hand side, tackled strongly there by Francis Ledger. That's tackle 2. Ben Henry with the pill, double backdoor, some nice shape. Ref calls it to go backwards. Might have got away with something there, Isaac. However, early nerves there. Nice to see some decent shape on the left-hand edge. This is Danielu o taku he. Courts. To the left-hand side we go. Onto the toe. Nice little grubber here by the fullback. Cleaned up nicely there by Number 5 and Patrick Ioane Unasa. Good, strong starting sets from the Bay Roskill team.
Strong set.
That's right. Well, they say the next best thing after scoring points will be to get a repeat set, and the Bay Roskill did so. I'm still quite shocked and surprised that they chose to go for the short kickoff off the first play of the game, and they got the ball back. Just desserts. Kickoff. A drop kickoff, I might add, by Francis Ledger. Mackenzie Kata. That's one. To the left-hand flank we go. Danielu. Right-hand side. Sebastian Hint there, mate.
Nice, they're setting up to the post. Getting some shape.
Good pass. Good pass. He's going in.
And he's through.
Yeah, ball down. All good.
Amanaki Veamatahau. He's through for the try.
What is this? Yeah, geez. That's been very impressive, Isaac.
Very solid start.
It
They
has.
got the ball back from the kickoff, got a repeat set, and they went out wide and they scored.
Bear with us as we're just sorting a few technical difficulties up here, but the play goes on, and it does come off the goods. Nice shape there on the right-hand edge by the Bay Roskill Vikings. Try in the right-hand corner from Amanaki Veomatahau. Beautiful Pacifica names in both lineups. Just like to acknowledge our tuakana from Te Moana Nui a Kiwa. 4 points to Kore. Koe no, tahi anō ka whā miniti, te roanga o te kēmu. Johnny Paul will be very pleased with how Bay have started. Unfortunately, last week, going down to the Point Chef Pirates, 52 points to 20. And the Saints got over the top of Te Atatū, 42 points to 28. With the kicking duties, there's the Pōtiki of the tima, Josh Danielu. Let's hope he's a bit better than Zach Lomax. Unfortunately, unable to slot the 2 points there. As a proud, you got to wipe that grin off your face there, Isaac. As a proud Queenslander, it's one apiece. We've got the decider on July the 9th in Sydney. That'll be a doozy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Francis Ledger looking to get us underway. That was just another view of some awesome shape by the Bay Roskill Vikings. And we're underway again. Decent kick-off to Ben Henry. Looking to shift. This is Maka. Kata. Left-hand flank. Tackled strongly there by Lucas Adams, who's just come up from the under-18s as young Lucas. Short side stack we go. This is Courts. Tackled by Inu. Finished off the top by the Fridge. And Luke Mayo, I might add. First receiver, does Mac. Little show on the inside. Backdoor play there by Henry. Nice right foot step. Strong there by Danielu. Tackle fourth. Halfway here. Another good set by the Bay Roskill Vikings. Offloaded, tipped on. Here's a try scorer. Veamatahau. Amanaki Veamatahau. Kicker is the call. Henry passes it out to the back, to his half, and Seb Hint. Half bomb.
They call the knock on.
Great
Bay
set.
gets the ball again.
Another good set, wasn't it, Isaac?
Great
Not?
set.
Why not chuck it up in the sky when we've got the sun right in the eyes of the Te Atatū Roosters? Contested well there by number 16, Zion Danielu. More pressure, building more phases. Have Bay. It really showed up today.
Yeah, that was a nice exit set. They completed their set, put the kick up, and forced the error. So they're in prime position now.
Good real estate here are the boys from the Bay. Bay Roskill, if you might not know, the amalgamation of the Blockhouse Bay Cougars and the Mount Roskill Vikings. I roto I ngātau. Wraparound play here by Danielu. He's a danger man. You've got to keep an eye on him. Takes 4 to put him to the ground. This defence needs to be at its best. Short ball play there. Tackled strongly. Danielu. Ata Danielu. Tuakana Taina. Taina Tuakana. Right hand flank. This is Hunt. Leo Save. Right hand play again. Henry. Oh, just bubbled a little bit. Atatū with a bit of a lifesaver. First chance to have the ball, and they get a bit of a piggyback. They'll be stoked for an opportunity just to reset and have another breather. Henry with a flat face ball here.
Waiting on the tap, bang. Waiting on the tap. When you're ready.
Atatū. Wātuatahi kua mau ia rātou te paoro. Inu to the fridge. This is Mayo. Centre field we hold. Tackle 2 here. Short side's the call. Let's see if they'll push up with them. Hook out of dummy half. This is Inu. Little blue black play. Tackle strongly there. Does really well to stay in. Does Lucas Adams, the young 18-year-old. Here's the fridge just looking to settle the pill. Good contact there by Ata Danielu. Te Atatū. Chavez Ikiture.
Pressure, man.
Good set there by the Te Atatū Roosters. Looking to force an error. And they do so. Hoi no me taiho ake. Kia tiro hia hapea te take. Kua hāmene hia. Just waiting to see what the call was there from our referee, Isaac. Nice bomb there for Azenze Inu. Completed tackle. Oh, Atatū's ball. Here we are, 13s with the ball now. Clive Tuifua, Te Kai Kapane. Reese Wikitera tēnei. Te Atatū OG. Francis Ledger. Player coach. Looks like he's
gone down injured.
Yeah, let's hope it's not too serious. Mete Mohio, Isaac. Unfortunately, Sess has had some history with his neck. It's nice and it's so pleasing to see him get up. I'd like to congratulate him on his contribution towards the game. Richmond Bulldogs, stint in Australia, plenty of years with Point Chev. Now back to Strata stuff. In the sort of last few years of his contribution to the game as a coach and a player. Imagine that role and responsibility, Isaac. Ikitule had a little sneaky out of dummy half. Josh Danielu, just a little tip, hook, unnecessary. Building phases, building sets is Te Atatū.
When you're ready.
Onge. Over from the Lions has Moses Onge. This is Clive, co-captain of Te Kapa. Centre field, 10 metres out. Te Atatū hitting the left edge. Francis with a double pump, which went forward.
Forward pass.
Yep. Not the ideal outcome. Plenty of territory and possession that the Te Atatū Roosters have, just not the greatest shape.
I can hear you good.
Might get a chance just to have a look at that replay again, please.
Really good scrum.
Unfortunately, in error. I puta mai I tera oti ngātu.
Colvin!
Out of the scrum here, Bay Roskill. Tackled on the 10.
Roosters, have a look. Hold.
Pahi Whakamua. Forward pass there. They've been looking to get some nicer shape
Another step.
next time round.
Go. Two.
They'll be looking to just complete their set, get a kick in.
Nixon Liaso tēnei. It's important the rabbit set that the backs get in and give
Yep.
good.
Give our forwards, give the forwards a bit of a break.
Courts.
Nice ball movement.
Zion Tanielu. He's a sizey man. Charge down there. Ikitule and followed up. The ball is ever on the ground. He ha te mahi. Dive on it. Mai rano tēnei. Semisini Lopeti.
Let's see what Te Atatū can do in prime position now.
Fullbacks coming for some mahi. This is Shay Stevens. Tanakemu Tuarua Noiho tēnei. It's only his second game of the season. Went to round 7 here. I also see Charlie Pomete out there training and running the boys. He might be not too far coming into the Fox. That'll be very exciting.
Back here, boys. Offside. Justice.
However, let's not jinx it before we even start. Back to the game. This is Ledger. Second time in a row.
Second time on that same side.
Yeah, be kicking himself. Josh Samuels, the boy from the Timber Town, looking to push up alongside Kane Lefleur from the Open Age Rezzies. Nixon Liaso coming in for some mahi.
Bay has done well to complete their sets, get to their kick. So let's see how they go on this set.
Yeah, certainly completed a lot more than their opposition. Tackled now on the 35. This is Bay tackle 4. Off the foot. The Aiki Te Kaiwawa, referee tēnei taha was right on the money. Ata Danielu. Short side play, face ball there.
Nice long ball.
This is
And the
Zion.
referee's called it forward.
Alright, koutou I te kāinga. Our touchies and referee in the middle are mic'd up, unlike back in our days. Kei tēnā, kei tēnā. Another chance for Te Atatū to try and construct some phases together. Just on the last sort of 2-3 plays of their sets, they're just finding themselves two-minded almost. Scrum down 45 metres out of the Bay Roskill line. Sensei Inu putting the ball into his counterpart. Just over halfway. Another strong carry by Shay Stevens. Tip on there to Lefleur.
Penalty for the high shot.
That might have been okay in Carl Park. Hoiano, not at Jack Colvin Park. Big mihi to the club for holding us down here this afternoon. This is the fridge in Mayo. Looking a little bit above the horizontal, yes. Mahi mahunga tēnā. Roro hipi rānei and a bit of chatter. Ref wants to come and settle the dust, put his foot down.
go back, tell your boys, no more of that. Otherwise, it's suffer the consequences.
Yeah, just around the neck there. Bit of a seatbelt tackle. Unnecessary once again. There have been some consecutive penalties, Isaac. He's had his warning. Might be looking to his pocket if this continues.
Yep, that's right. Te Atatū in good position again on the attack.
Let's
They go to the left side.
Let's see if Francis has his order this time around. This is 12 with Reese Wikitera. Right hand side. Still one off play there. Bit of nice late footwork at the line, but it's Clive.
And he gets over.
Whakawhiti mai i ngā ponies of Ponsonby. Nothing really much on there, but some nice classy footwork. Late footwork at the line.
That's right. Just the late footwork, the spin, and he caught the defence off guard.
Hey, they've had plenty of possession down this end of the field. It's nice to see them actually turn it into some points. Clive Tu'ifua, our co-captain of the Bay Roskill squad, playing in at lock. Kicking duties has Chavez Ikitele.
Oh, yeah.
Francis and his coaching staff. Haunga ko ia anake. You know, it takes a village to raise a child, and it's the same for coaching the footy squad. It's not just the man with the coach cap. How important are the physios, the managers, the trainers, etc., as you know, Isaac.
That's right. It takes a whole team. Te Atatū with quite a bit of position there. They were able to convert that, eh?
Well, I mean, out of the sets that they've had, Isaac, there's been almost too many which were incomplete. It's nice to actually complete some, and obviously that the outcome there and getting themselves on the board was a result of just staying tight and being respectful of the footy. Just gone 21 minutes to play here. Big mihi to you guys that are tuned into our YouTube channel on Auckland Rugby League's socials. Here's another look at the shimmering step of the lock forward of Te Atatū and Clive Tu'ifua. Oti rā tēnei wā o matariki koutou. Time to remember those that have gone before us.
It's gone for the short kick-off again. Picked up by Lucas.
He ran into a brick wall there. Ran off Onge. Excuse me. Matt Kata. Halfway we go. Te whainga whai muri te tehi piro ko te whakauti i ngā rutu. The goal after any try is to complete your set. Let's see if that's the case for our hometown Tamehehe. Recruits back on the field. This is Sunia Hala. Recognise this name. He's been in the Fox. I'm feeling it. Maris Saints i roto I ngā tau. Hoki mai Yahi Teria back from Aussie. Shay Stevens. Dangerous, dynamic with the pill. Sensei with the finish. Kahatia ka kimihia ngā kokona looking for the corners. Tackled in mid-air. Koina te whakatau a Nigel Williams. Big mihi to all the referee, Paul Lorigan, Kimo Tiariki, and our match manager, of course, Dave Simpson. But Johnny on the spot there, Nigel Williams, noticing that Patrick Ioane Unasa was not going for the ball, instead taking the Furupeke out.
A little bit more possession. Te Atatū's grown in confidence. Let's see how Bay Roskill comes out of their half.
Good think there by our hooker, Tim Vogel. Recruits as we come into this second phase of the first half. 6 plays 4 here at round 7 of the Whakataitai Auckland Fox Memorial Premiership. It's heating up here at Jack Colvin Park. Nice short side play, just not hitting the target or the chest. And we're continuing here. Fullback says no one's home. Was advantage played, or where are we at? Tackled strongly there by our trainer on the sideline. Well done, brother. Play to the ref's whistle. Tera kiwaha tera. If that sat on the chest of the Bay Roskill winger in Silas Tuala, it would have been a doozy.
And he's disappointed with that. The ball was just a little bit behind the winger. And again, Te Atatū gets more position.
Me matara te iwi. Kia Shea Stevens. He's not one to muck around. Sees a ball and he picks it up and he's away. Back to live tally here. Tackle 1, centre field. Te Atatū with the pauro. Ooh, another high shot here. Flags up. Me pē here e kore ai e haere ki te pūkoro. Surely can't have consecutive penalties without going to the pocket. Player safety is paramount here at Jack Colvin Park. This game of ours swings and momentums, doesn't it, Zach? Bay Roskill having the bulk of the modi for the first phase of the first half. Now the tide has swung.
That's right. It's really swung into Te Atatū's favour. They got a lot of possession, and let's see if they can convert.
Choosing to hit this left-hand flank, turn back on the inside strongly. Hoiano to the wrong player. Renoff, Onge was there to clean up. He probably called us. Says, yeah, inside, chuck. Well done, Renoff. Schoolyard Stees. This is Zach with a strong carry. Zach Courts, nephew of Bo Courts. Under 18s is Zach Danielu. Zion Danielu. Katahi te piki wharakoia. The God Squad, the Vikings. Nice short ball there into Xavier Tutaki. Tutaki in Te Reo Māori means to meet someone. Certainly his defence strong there. Ben Henry choosing to kick the ball up into the rangi. Cleaned up nicely there by the Roosters. Can really feel the energy here this afternoon. Unfortunately, both teams only being able to string one victory this season. Trying to bring some form together to make themselves a threat when we come to the playoffs. Just a quick cap at the table. We've got the Leopards sitting up top, the Lions, the Papakura Seagulls, Point South Pirates, followed by the Magpies, the Saints, the Rovers, the Roosters, the Vikings, and the Ponies. Rutu Whakamutunga, fifth and final. How crucial, Isaac, giving away penalties, but the fact that it was on the last.
That's right, and means that they get more possession, good field position, good chance of attacking, and let's see if they can get over.
Katiake, welcome to ARL livestream here, Wama Grassroots Rugby League, as we present you the Fox Memorial Round 7. We acknowledge our broadcast partners beyond the dugout. Chopper and his crew bringing the pictures wherever you may be watching this broadcast. Tasi Lotioma just on the field, unfortunately.
He made some good yards, offloaded, and Bay Roskill got the ball back.
Just Daniel Tini. Today's game is critically important for both teams. Te Atatū Roosters and Bay Roskill Vikings as they fight to remain in the Fox Memorial for next season. The top 8 placed teams at the end of the season will secure their place at the 2026 Fox Memorial as next year's competition moves from 10 teams to 8 teams. So this is very important.
Bay Roskill making some good yards up the middle.
Hint. To the right-hand side he plays. It's back on the inside to Emmanuel Kelly. Kicker is our hiker, our hiku, Josh Danielu. Finding and splitting the picked up by our try. Second try here for Amanaki via Matahau. Amanaki, if you can catch the ball on the full, hoi anō, me mihi ka tika ki te kiki. Now Josh Danielu just finding space, and this oval-shaped ball is very hard to read. But a kick is only as good as its chase, and Amanaki via Matahau, the man on the spot once again. Stepped by the ball is Josh Samuels from the timber town of Tokoroa. And as we're talking about momentum, I sake liava'a.
Yeah, that's right. Momentum swings, and Atatū had all the possession and field position, and against the run or play.
Consecutive penalties as well. However, fortunate enough to find themselves at the opponent's end and coming away with the goods. I think just maybe a little bit of lack of communication between Shay Stevens and Josh Samuels, the back three, or the back two, I suppose, of the Atatū Roosters. John O'Paul, Jerome Ropati, ngā kai ako o te kapa o Bay Roskill. Ka hari koa ake nei. Laurie Mamia makes his way onto the field. Ana kua hiki na ngā haki, kua awa te kiki. Conversion successful here at Jack Colvin Park. Round 7 of the Auckland Rugby League Fox Memorial Premiership. Atatū Roosters 6, Bay Roskill Vikings 10. Some notable players out of both squads, Kiwi legends and ARL immortals Ron O'Regan, and also the likes of Robbie Paul, Henry Paul, Mark Elia, Mark Horo. And over to the Bay. Obviously some classic Kiwis and notable players, Dane O'Hara, Gary Freeman, Billy Burgoyne, Matt Utai, Henry Perenara, and more recently Monty Beetham. Lawrence, fresh legs onto the field, looking to make some impact. Bay, right hand side we play. Footwork there by Monty. Tahamaui, Tahamato, Justice Leo Seve. Some ball work. Ben Henry tackled strongly. It's got a decent ticker, this Renoff on it. Ooh, little tip on there possibly from Ben. He's danger man, number 3, Amanaki. To the skies and to the heavens we play. Cleaned up nicely there by Patrick Unasa. Tucking the ball under him. Shows great speed, looking to split some of the defence. Bumps off one. Tackled strongly. He harming it. 3 in the tackle. Cameras out here, can see. We've got Big Brother here today. We can see everything. Yeah, discipline the call from the bench, and probably the same call from the coaching staff. 10 points to 6, just under 10 points to play. 10 minutes to play. Hala. Sunia Hala tēnei, just centering the pill. Hitting the post. All over him. Pushing up for some mahi is Shay Stevens. I Ikitule, busy. Right-hand side we play. This is Semisi Lopetti. Devante Hau Epati from the 18s is up for some mahi too. Ikitule on the 4th, finding the bounce. Advantage to the Bay. Not a bad option there, Isaac.
Good option. Cleaned up by the Bay team.
Yeah, dummy halves and hookers that have the inventory, the arsenal to be able to have a kicking game as well is quite unique. You think of the likes of Harry Grant. Very dangerous, being able to kick off both feet. The Tū's try scorer. It's had a blinder of a first half. Amanaki Veamatahau. Who's with him? Pushing up with him. Zach, strong carry there. Tip on play. Danielu. Winger on the right-hand edge. This is Tuala. Nudge by Seb Hint. Cleaned up well there by our left-hand winger, Josh Samuels. Hasn't had much opportunity to showcase his talent yet, has Josh. Let's hope he has a big second half.
Nice run down the middle, taking some heat off the forwards.
Yeah, he'd know as spending many years in the front row and on the back row, Zach, yes, how beneficial it is for some of the boys and to do some of the hard yards.
Hard yards, yep.
Harmony. Penalty. Nigel Williams.
Yeah, and getting close to half time, there'll be some tired bodies out there.
Bit of frustration. It's important that Nigel sort of puts his foot down, and he has. Very important for the home team to not concede another try before half time to extend that lead. 10 plays 6, 4 points differential. Bit of one outplay there at the moment from Lawrence Mamia. However, early days in the set. Danielu in hooking responsibilities. Leo Seve back on the inside. Drops off. Tackled well there by Chavez Ikitule. That was Emmanuel Kelly. Left-hand play. Mamia to Danielu. Big man on little man. Mismatch, tackled nicely there. 1 metre out from the Bay Roskill try line. Mamia once again driving his way to the ground. Can he make it there? Johnny on the spot. What's the call from the ref? Efakaitia and the Hipiro. Fresh legs on the ground. That's Lawrence Mamia finding himself in the pocket position. Just some tired defence, choosing to cut back on the grain. Let's have another look at that try. Shouldn't have been able to score from there, Isaac.
There were plenty of defenders there, but he just got his way over the try line.
Well, that trajectory, that angle that Lawrence Mamia had towards the line, you saw a similar sort of stature and structure of Brian To'o. How difficult is it to tackle Brian To'o when he's at that sort of depth as he runs? Big smiles on the faces of the bench, the coaching staff of the Bay Roskill Vikings. Bay all day we're in.
They had some good setup before that play, just working it to the goal post. It looked like they were going to go wide, but they came back straight to the ruck area.
Mamia with the fruits. Kicking duties once again for Josh Danielu. We're grateful and appreciative of the continued support of many volunteers that are out here today to ensure our clubs to run smooth. And our game is the greatest A big mihi to all our volunteers. And also, just a heads up, Ehoma, on the 23rd of August, we have the ARL Annual Awards. Make sure you get your tickets. Head down, flags up. Not this time. Back to the ARL Annual Awards, the Black Tie Gala, happening at the Guinness Lounge at the Ellerslie Event Centre, the 23rd of August. Celebrating our men's and women's competitions. To those that have chosen to tune in on YouTube, kei te mihi kia koutou. Matariki, a special time of the year. Brings me great joy calling alongside my brother-in-law Isaac Leava'a, moiho husband tēnei. Must be getting desperate when Dale husband's calling the rugby and they got you and I in there, Zach. It's been a buzz, bro. I'm enjoying it.
Ezra, for the rest of the half. 4 minutes, boys. 4 minutes.
We got less than 5 minutes. Let's see what Bay's got. They've played pretty expensive so far. Come up with the rewards.
Right from the first kickoff,
Yes.
Zach was going short. And even
They've done it twice too.
even to this kickoff, but not many teams choose to shift
Right down the
off
middle.
the play. This is the fullback,
Oh.
Dangerman. Can he go all the way? Who's picking up with him? Left and right, he's looking there. Bit of a step. That's Ben Henry choosing to shift off the kickoff to Josh Danielu. Made themselves 80 minutes from the kick. Henry popping the ball up to Hint. Hint choosing to go to ground. Early days in the set. Tackle 3. Bay Roskill in prime field position. Can they go over again? 3 minutes into the half. On the toe. The big man. The version. That's number 23. Renoff. Onge. What a play. What a try. What a set from the Bay Roskill Vikings.
A lot of skill in their try. You know, they played pretty expensive and put the little chip kick in. Shows how the Bay Roskill plays.
Let's tip that replay right from the kickoff. Tanielu, Shimmer left, Shimmer right, splitting the defence. Looking around, any cuzzies backing him up? Unfortunately, just decides to go to ground. What about the confidence, Isaac? What about the confidence, knowing that it's only tackle 3, choosing to put it on the toe?
Beautiful kick. Oh, reminds me of Jerome Luai kicking instead of Origin they put through for the centre score.
Never mind Jerome Luai. Let's talk about Jerome Ropati. Onge cleaning up and getting the 4-pointer. What a blast. This is great stuff. Justice Leao Seve choosing to put the ball on the toe. He's not allowed to do that, is he? He's a lock forward for the Bay Ross. He's not one of the halves. However, as you said, Zach, very expansive game plan here from the Bay Roskill Vikings. Matua beat Henry with the kicking duties. Wainganuinga Pokoda over the black dot. Just over 2 minutes to play. 20 points to 6. How important is it for Te Atatū, Isaac, to just stop this flow, this run of play?
Important that they just execute their tackles, stop. You know, the last kick-off, he went right down the middle, so they just got to muscle up and D up hard.
Let's see if Ben chooses to shift the pill again. Ben Henry, I'm talking, guys. Harei te mea ka kaha kitea I ngā tīma e pēnei ana te tākaro. Says choosing to hit the sideline. Off the back fence. Look, another shift to the opposite prop on the other side of the field. This is Ezra Vogel. The two Vogel brothers, Tim and Ezra, pulling up their sleeves. Try scorer. Onge. Renoff Onge. Named after the classic Bronco player, Steve Renoff, you reckon?
Yep.
The Black Pearl. This is Bay Roskill. Bit of shape on the left-hand side. Danielu to Danielu. Offloaded. Back to one. The call by the ref. under a minute to play. We've seen some amazing footy in this first half. There might be another addition to the highlights reel as we hear the tangi o te pūtātara. Manawa tia matariki e Huama, 6 plays 20 points. Bay Roskill, the boys from the Bay, up against Te Atatū Roosters. It's been a privilege to bring you coverage of the first half. Kaua koutou e haere tawhiti, e whai ake nei ko te wehenga tuarua ki runga i a YouTube ARL.
Mr. Kiwi Made here, and today we're at Health Basics. They've been making body wash right here in Aotearoa for over 30 years.
Health Basics are truly New Zealand made. Buying anything else would be un-New Zealand.
Our harakeke grassroots footy at its finest. Last week we were out at Manukau Magpies home ground. Me te mōhio. These guys have made their way up from lower divisions. Atatū Leopards, creme de la creme, undefeated at the moment at the Fox Memorial 2025. It had 5 Kiwi captains come out of that club. Roy Christian, Mark Graham, Ruben Wiki, Barnett, and I've forgotten the other one. Apologies. This is some footage of some outstanding super slow-mos and contact here from the Dugout broadcasting crew and ARL celebrating Auckland Rugby League Fox Memorial Premiership footy. Ana, ko hoki mai anō tātou ki te kēmu i tēnei wiki, anei e tehi pito whakaahua. O te kēmu tuatahi. That was our first try to our right-hand centre in Amanaki. Vea Matahau, who's been very explosive, hasn't he, Zach?
He has strong runs there and hitting the gaps.
That's right, and I mean, the clean-up work hasn't been the greatest from the Te Atatū Roosters, as we see. Just, why wouldn't you put the ball up if the sun was in your eyes? That's a good option for the Bay. This is Bay Roskill at 20 points to 6, the current score. Ruben Wiki, how can I forget? He was the other 5th captain of the Atatū Leopards. That was a try there from our co-captain, Clive Tuifua. Some of the options in set system go to play. Highlight package of some of the attack and the errors, unfortunately, of both teams, and the ill-discipline in some regard. Here we see the second try from Amanaki, Vea Matahau. Very expansive footy from the Bay Roskill Vikings. Coach Jono Paul, coaching staff Jerome Ropati will be stoked to see the confidence, I suppose, Isaac, in the squad.
That's right, and it showed what their intention was right from the beginning when they put up the short kick. From kickoffs, they've passed the ball along the line, and it seems to be working for them. There was a period there where they didn't have much possession, but their type of players working for them.
Here we see the field to end-to-end try started off the kick An early shift to our fullback who's been very impressive in Josh Danielu. Let's just watch in awe of this try here. Put on the toe, pushed through there and finished off by Renoff Onge. Ka manawa nui mai koutou e mātaki-taki ana I te kāinga mānawa sia matariki e wama. Hope you got a chance to get up a maunga. Sea karakia, thanks to your forebearers. Reset, realign, some goals and intentions for the years ahead. The year ahead, excuse me. Just like to acknowledge the Dugout production crew. Welcome e wama. Welcome to round 7 of the Fox Memorial, where we have coverage of Bay Roskill, who are leading the hometown in Te Atatū Roosters. Let's hope the scores tighten up a little bit in the second half. Te Atatū officially opening back in 1969, named after the Waitemata Mayor Jack Colvin, who was key in securing the land, the whenua. They've only won the Fox Memorial once, 37 years ago, when I was born in 1988. 22 points to 6 over Glenora. We're underway. The pūtātara has been sound. And Te Atatū are kicking off the home side to Bay Roskill, running from camera right to left. Ben Henry turning the ball back on the inside to Onge. Onge makes his way to the 45. Henry, short side to open side. Vogel, pumping his legs through the middle. Left-hand flank, just running behind the ruck there. Good carry from Justice. Justice Leao Savet. Henry, dropped off to Kelly. Seems like they have come into the second half with the same sort of confidence that they have in the first half. Inside the 10, I think, Zach. Inside the 10, bro. If you were coach, Isaac, if you were coach Francis Ledger, what would you have said to the boys at halftime?
Stay behind, wait.
Say to probably play more expensive. You know, match Bay Roskill, and probably just limit some of the errors.
Here. I support that wholeheartedly. This is Te Atatū deciding to tuck the ball in, as Isaac said, to mitigate some of the errors that are coming out of their gameplay. 2 past there to Sunia Hala. Hala tackled to ground. Roosters, right hand flank. This is number 10 in Semesini Lopetti. It's really important that Francis and Sensei step up. They're the most experienced players within the team of Te Atatū Roosters, as both Francis and Sensei. Sorry.
Just as we spoke about errors, no matter error on the back end of that set.
Bama, real coach killers. Full set. And another incomplete stat to put to the board. Te nonoke. Koutou I te kāinga. Nonoke, scrum. Manawa tia matariki. Danielu, fullback. One of the most dangerous out on the field, tackled strongly by Francis Ledger. Oh. Hey, Piki Faratu, Piki Faramai, this guy's another tank. Look at the speed of Renoff.
They do well around that ruck area too.
They do. Dummy half gets out nicely, and our first receiver, our front runner, our props just have good angles back on the behind the ruck. Not as many errors has Bay had as to Te Atatū. some good completion in the first half. Turtling the offence. Pancake stack by Henry. Henry and Kelly. Vogel. Right hand play we go. Lopetti. Playing more of an edge back rower, Lopetti. In the 10 jersey. Fifth and final. As Francis went to wrap right hand side. Cleaned up nicely there by Nixon. Leaso. As we speak, Isaac, we've got the New South Wales Cup Warriors who are sitting at the top of the table at the moment. And bearing in mind the Harold Matthews successful as well in the top side must bring great joy to the depth of the club.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of depth in the club at the moment. Good momentum. Top side is in the top 4 of the NRL. They look good to play well this afternoon as well.
It's also nice to see that the club is backing some of the youth coming through. You've got Dimitrik and you've got Leka. He also signed recently the Tanner Stowers, I think his name is. So, a bit of security about the new breed of Warriors as we come in to another game tonight up against the Panthers. Bearing in mind the Origin players didn't back up, that's so right. that's another win for us. But hey, I shouldn't have said win because it's not guaranteed here in the NRL. However, let's bring ourselves back to the Pāharakeke, the Papakainga, the Ukaipo, the Tūranga Waiwai of Rugby League here in Tāmaki, and that's here at the Fox. Played the ball with all might.
Let's see what Bay Roskill has here in good field position.
Yeah, just I think he didn't have to play it that hard. Trying to scoop it up with one hand was Francis Ledger. Rucked in a half back into his mitts. Josh Samuels kicking himself as we look to the bench for some recruits. Big Mac is looking to come back on. Mackenzie Kata in for another stint. Good work there by Manuel Kelly.
Good movement there by Bay.
Back to the action. Zach Courts offside to Hapana. As the ref says, wait for the go. In their defence, Tiatas is saying, I was waiting until he played the ball. This is Vogel. Ezra Vogel. Tackle strongly there. Centre field. Cutter back to the Mac who's just got onto the field. Mac tackled by the Fridge and Luke Mayo. Left hand flank. Went back. That was Hint. Seb Hint. On the clean up job. Left hand play. This is Danielu. Playing advantage as the referee.
Another penalty.
Offside, I'm assuming. Nigel Williams, he certainly knows where the whistle is. Me pehe kore ai.
Danger signs for Te Atatū. A few penalties given there.
100%, Isaac. What I'm more concerned about is the 14 points differential. Nice pictures there from our roving camera. Clive to be through, excuse me, Justice. Excuse me, Zach. Oh,
short, and looks like he lost the ball.
Lock on, in the field of play. Coming out here, Roosters.
Mihi ana ki tō tātou kai kamera.
That was a nice offload. Justice has been in everything this game.
This was Zach Court's short there. Cleaned up work by number 7 and Chavez Ikitele.
Heads in. Okay, ball in, Francis. Break.
Scrum play. Really important that Te Atatū get to the kick. It's been all Bay Roskill for the past half an hour.
Let him go. Hold.
You know, one thing's going down in a game, but the fact that you're hosting an opposition and come away with errors like that, very frustrating. Pahi Whakamua. Not necessarily the dummy house fault, they're just overrunning it a little bit. Yeah. Lucas Adams.
More pressure back on Te Atatū.
With all respect, it's pretty obvious why both teams are sort of where they are on the table. It's just struggling to find some partnerships throughout some key positions of the field. You know, this is the Fox Memorial. We expect a better standard of play. I know there's a new breed of the next generation coming through the ranks, however, you know,
I guess that's the risk and reward of that expensive play.
I don't really want to look at the stat sheet because there's been double digits of errors from both teams. $20 points to 6, round 7 of the ARL Fox Memorial here at Jack Colvin Park. I'd like to acknowledge our members for the loyalty and service, including our premier players who also coach the junior grades across the club.
Play out.
Bit of a piggyback there for the home squad. Mayo, the unit. Must be a relative to Della Martin and Zelezniak as well. Does Luke Mayo? Maybe his Pākehā side. Tat with the pill. Lucas Adams. Ahumai Te Kapataina from the 18s. Fresh legs on the field. This is 17 and Devonte Haral Epati.
A few back-to-back penalties now. He sent him.
You got a tip. Wait.
Rutu Taiaha, we call it a spare tackle. Rutu Taiaha. Just being a bit frustrated and fed up. His old Matua Nigel, as we can see, just above the horizontal, nothing too menace.
The first half he did it as well. Had a tip. No, I've dealt with it. Okay.
Ben Henry thinks we're playing baseball. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. Not the case.
Waiting on the tip.
Harao Epati. Only knows one way, Zach. One way, and that's forward. Ikitele. Ledger. Back on the inside to Hala. Into his fullback and Shea Stevens. Shea Stevens strikes 1, strikes 2, splits the 3rd. I haven't seen him put the ball down yet.
Looks like he's held up.
Oh, one job.
Tackle 2 over the line. Go back to the 10.
Back to the 10. Jeez, he did the hard yards, Isaac, but
He did.
yeah, he just should have done that little bit extra. This is Mayo, centre field. Options either side, left and right. Chavez Ikitele. Options both ways. Hala with the pill. Nice little 2 pass there from Devonte. Harao Epati. Danielu Mutaku here.
Going to play tackle 4.
Sneaky little hooker, dummy half darts. Rutu whakamutunga. Ka ahatia e te Atatū. Hala, 1 metre out, looking to barge his way over, and the ball's down. Not the biggest fan of those types of tries, Isaac, but a try is a try.
Try is a try. And he found his opportunity. He took it down the middle, so...
Backed himself. He knew it was last. If he had got held up there, the halves would be down his throat, down his neck, saying, come on, Cass. I had a set play here. Vogel on his knee, just in anticipation for a diving hala. Hala at your boy. Chose, yep, Maku te piro, I got us. Very important for Te Atatū to respond there. And so they did. One man down as well, Bay Roskill. 20 is going to play 12. Still anyone's game. We've got over 25 minutes to play here at Jack Colvin Park.
Yeah, he caught some tired defenders there and went straight over. That was probably on the back of some penalties as well.
As we just see Ben Henry returning from a little wānanga with Nigel Williams getting some justification of as to why his man was sent to the bin. So lucky to get away with that kick there. That was Lucas Adams right in front, hitting the upright and going through. He would have owed the boys some raspberry lemonades if that didn't go through.
Energy, boys, energy.
20 plays 12. Yeah, no, not the most beautiful quality footy from the hometown, but just finding a way to claw their way back into the game.
That's right. It's just about ticking it over, getting the points on the board, staying in the fight, and there's plenty of time.
Yeah, and I suppose on the other hand, in terms of Bay Roskill, Aisake is around the discipline.
That's right.
They're ahead of their opposition comfortably initially. However, through lack of discipline, find them one man down, 12 players on the bench, and also only 8 points the difference. This is 17, and Devonte Haru Epati, he's from the under-18s, and he's been very impressive as he's made his way onto the field. Tackled by Henry and Vogel. Rututuarua. Here's Vontae. Past the advantage line. Ikutele. Over to Semesini Lopetti. Lopetti plays it 40 metres out. Face ball looking for some shape here. Turn back on the inside. Sunia Hala, the try scorer. Rutu Whakamutunga. Surely up to the skies we go. Nice little banana kick. Anyone pushing up? Fullback is. The opposing fullback, I might add. That was Josh Tanielu. I know there's still 20 or so minutes to play, but he's been one of the most outstanding players on the paddock today. Wouldn't be surprised if Gordy Gibbons, the man on the job, gives him the $5 and the certificate. Taria te waka kitia. This is his older brother, Tanielu. Zion Tanielu. How many refs are out there, Isaac?
Too many.
Well, kei te tika, nā te kōrero. Our ref said, you just overran the ball. That happens sometimes, doesn't it?
And it's, they're trying to get to the advantage line. Maybe some tired people out there, but
and also, Ben Henry sort of looked to show to the left and then go to the right, rather than just sort of straight off the ground to his front rower. You see those sort of head fakes, more so at the NRL level. Here's our Mac Mackenzie Kata, questioning the referee. I don't even know if he's captain. More so possibly just finding a breather for his boys. Shay Stevens, been busy. The both fullbacks for both teams have been tremendous today. Ikutele. Me mai te kaiwa wau. 22 wasn't. Oh, cheeky little quick tap there.
Wait till I give him the mark. Okay?
Harite mea kia tārua here ngā kōrero a te kaiwa. There's no need for me to regurgitate or parrot what our referee's saying. He's really managed the game well. On the 10. Tackle 1. Remember they have the one-man overlap, Isaac. This is Mayo. Who would we give the ball to? If we were Tat, I'll be looking for our fullback. Unlucky.
Oh, looked like they were setting up to the right side.
And some frustration there by Francis Fledger. He's better than that. Just, yeah, immense frustration. Me te aha ko ia te kaiako o te tima. Should be a role model. No need. Tunia Hala coming off for a spell. On comes Moses Onge. Bit of a free out of jail card there.
Yeah,
Isaac?
that's right. They were set up to the right-hand side and were looking good to go out wide.
Free go there on the Monopoly board. Here we are. Tackle 1 there. Halfway of the paddock. Henry turns it back on the inside to Vogel. Vogel to Henry. Out the back we go to Danielu. This is my danger man. One of my fave players this afternoon. Hunt. Seb Hunt. Off to Xavier Tutaki. Tutaki atu, Tutaki mai. Vogel. Short side play. Left hand grubber. Cleaned up nicely as you mentioned, Patrick Ioane.
That was a good clean up. It was a low ball that he picked up on the run to send to the play.
Lawrence Mamia opting to go to toe off his left foot. Such a weapon in the squad if you've got a left footer playing on the left edge. Pushing up is Shay Stevens, met by a brick wall. Pummeled to the ground. Haru. Onge.
Nice little tip on pass there.
2 pass, yeah, you're right. Let's hope there's no errors. Let's hope Atatū, the hometown, get through their sets. Stay in, young man. Centre field. Realigning. Mayo with the ball.
He's had a strong game, Mayo.
He has. Certainly pulled his socks up even though they're down. Ikutele. Tip on the inside. Who's with him? It's the last. I think, with all credit, maybe getting to the kick was the more wiser option. But you got to try something when you've got an extra man, and also when you've got 8 points the difference.
That's right, and the intention was there. They had the big fella coming back on the inside, but a little bit too much traffic there, and he knocked the ball on.
Back underway. Just under 17 minutes to play, round 7 of the Fox Memorial. Thank you to the millions and the thousands of viewers on our ARL YouTube channel, bringing you big coverage from the dugout here at Jack Colvin Park. Lewin Husband and Isaac Leava'a here. With all the production team, Gordy Gibbons from the ARL, our match manager Dave Simpson is managing things well. And I'd just like to mihi once again to Nigel Williams, our referee of today's match. Players' welfare, duty of care, Heitana. Just checking on the welfare of the Big Mac Mackenzie Kata. And also knowing that number 19, Ata Danielu, has done his time in the naughty boys chair. Back on 13, plays 13. Full squad. As parents are out here in the sunshine afternoon on Saturday, the 21st of Pipiri, 21st of June. Parents, you've got your kids for one more. Parents, your kids at school for one more week, and then they're with you for the next 2 weeks of school holidays.
Tackle 2, play the ball.
No, it's cold, but let's see if we can get them outside and off the devices. I'm probably speaking for myself.
Up together.
Bay Roskill looking to put the nail in the coffin. If they score again, Zach, it's going to be real hard for the home team to come back.
That's right. It's been another error's popped up, and the other team's got the ball, so there's still got a chance.
Still got a chance for sure. Let's hope that they get something out of this opportunity. 20 points to 12. Mayo just settling the ball here. Either side they can go. It's really important, like I've mentioned earlier, that Sensei Inu, who's not currently on the field. Yes, he is. He's playing out in the centres. Carry there from Lucas Adams. Short side play. Running back behind the ruck is Lopetti. Lopetti striking one. Charging up the middle. A metre short. Still going is Lopetti. Short side play. Who's with? Why kick when he's got a wall in front of him and no one pushing up? Such an early phase of the set. Little bit of immaturity, I'm thinking, from our 18-year-old and Lucas Adams. Sensei Inu really needed to scream at him and say, I've got the pill. Here's Simi's Lopetti's run once again.
Beautiful run. They went down the short side and came back on the angle. Almost got to the line too.
Great run, as you mentioned, Isaac, but just the play following. You know, they were outnumbered on that side, and the gate was already closed.
Yes, they could have just gone through the hands.
Lucas, choosing to go to the toe. He would love to play that back again.
That's right.
22. From the Bay is Lawrence Mamia. Had an impressive contribution. This is another Danielu brother.
Okay, push to me, guys. Hold in, go. Tackle 2.
Back on the inside.
Offload.
Xavier Tutaki. Offloaded
Okay, release them,
to Leo Seve, excuse me. Henry, out the back to Danielu to Amanaki. Tackle 4, Henry looking to square things up. The Big Mac truck tackled nicely there on the rollback tackle from number 11 Mose Moses Onge. Lutu Whakamutunga. Seb Hint chooses to go high, taking strongly there, and we're playing on back to 1-6 more. Huapino Te Kapa Bay Roskill. That's number 22, Lawrence Mamia. Man in the right place at the right time, possibly closing the curtains for the hometown Bay Roskill. Fully deserving of where the scoreboard's at the moment.
That's right. That was a nice kick to the corner. But to get the ball back and get over the try line.
It's the mihi to both teams. Bay Roskill and Te Atatū. Quite an exciting game in patches. And other parts of the play just somewhat disappointing. Once both these teams have the ability to string some sets together, you know, there's some impressive play now and then, but not consistent enough. Big mihi to all our sponsors as well: Heart Sport, Hayden Rollitt, Vibe, Steedham, Health Basics, Lotus, Foreign Exchange, Dynasty, Beyond the Dugout, and of course Park Mate and Construction Hire. Danielu, the kicking responsibilities. Just shaved the right hand upright. Impressive form though. Off the tee. On the Chamberlain Golf Course, which is just behind us. Mamia. With the fruits, once again, just at the right place at the right time. Johnny on the spot. Look, turn back on the inside. Bubble there by Lucas Adams. You know, he might have a little bit to blame, as Lucas had the opportunity down his end, choosing to go on the toe into some traffic, and then coming up with the error on his own white line. We're underway once again. Score ticks and times, please. 24 plays 12. Bay Roskill up by 2 converted tries. Under 10 minutes to play here. Bit of a bubble. Play on. Been impressed with this young man. This is Devonte Haru Epati. And also the penalties from ill discipline. Clock stopped.
You got a number? Okay.
Touches on.
Justice, over here, please.
We'll just listen to the refs. Whakatau.
Okay. Justice, a word, please. Okay. I'll bring number 19 over here.
Let go, boys.
Hey, boys. Settle it.
He's calling number 19 over, and he was the man in the bin
Take him away.
prior.
Hey.
Could be the second time.
Take it away, please. Over there, Justice. I need to see you.
It's just unnecessary.
Justice, a word, please.
This type of ill discipline. Especially
Number
being
19.
impressed with Devonte Haru Epati. Let's hope it's not a
Number 19.
very serious injury. Let's have an ear.
Okay. So we just got a report from the touchy, or both touchies actually, that number 19 here. Number 19 here is gone in and attacked below the knee. He's going to have to go off the 10. Right? Okay. Where you go, 19?
As the Kaiwawao mentioned, you know when you're the third man in, Isaac, and hang on here, the ball. 1 second. Oh yeah, there's the bobble. That's back a few plays earlier. He wasn't carried down as nicely. Let's see this. The third man in.
The diving at the below the knees.
Yeah, attacking the ankles. Grass cutter. Oh, well. The story or the fairy tale ending may be upon us. Inu, centre field. This is Clive Tu'ifua.
Go, 3.
Tahamaui is really heating up. This is Suniahala. Tackled there nicely by Danielu. Cramping up.
Okay, hold it there. We're going to hold you on tackle 4. We're not going to
Where's the pickle juice? Where is the pickle juice?
Play the ball over here.
Tuku na te pauro ko ki te tehi atu. Because the ball is someone else. While Sunia does a bit of Pilates.
Wait.
Ledger rolling the ball to the right hand side we go. Inu shepherding a little bit, choosing to kick off the first or second tackle.
Oh, what a try.
What's the call? Hipiro! Out of nowhere, the Atatū Roosters are near on within a 6-point difference.
Beautiful try there. Little grubber kick to the winger and put the ball back in to score.
Did really well there, did Patrick Ioane Unasa. Te whai haere I te poro, me te mōhio ka puta ia ki waho. He knew he was going to go out there. This is Inu. Putting it on the toe.
You know the system. The process is we don't stop for cramp. Okay?
Questioning our referee is Francis Ledger. Here's another look at it to see the tail end of the try. Big Mickey's the winger pushing up, throwing the ball back on the inside. His pairing centre in Lucas Adams. Geez, that's a big kick coming up, isn't it, Isaac?
That's right, they're still in the ball game.
Certainly knowing that he missed the kick in front. Can we have a look at where we are kicking, please, team? Here we are. Lucas Adams, under 18s. Striked it well. Kua awa te kiki. 24 plays 18. 8 minutes to play. Roskill just choosing to walk their way back. And stop the clock.
Where you go? Where you go?
Sending someone to Lippy. Let's just get a confirm on the scoreboard on the ground, please, to see if he made that kick or if he didn't.
Stay behind. I can bring him
Just
without penalty, okay?
Roro Hipi. Sheep's brains. Tera kiwaha.
Good pass.
Hea tana amu amu. Bit of immaturity there.
Hold here. Hold here. Wait.
Crucial. Lucas Adams. I thought if he was sent off the field, it'd be a penalty to the Bay. However,
hold the line. Go two.
This is Nigel Williams' ground. Tasi. Otsioma.
Nice tackle there.
Go. 4. 15 final.
Rutu Whakamutunga.
Kick chase is good.
Francis Ledger putting it up into the sun. Cleaned up nicely. One of the standouts. Koia Arunga. Josh Danielu. He's been the bee's knees.
Hold here, wait.
Hey, just rugby league IQ here on In Isaac, as you know. Played in many close games that come down to the dying minutes like this. What is the game plan
Hold here.
in these sort of dying stages of the game?
I think they still need to complete their sets. Bay will roll down the middle and then look to go wide, I suspect, or put their bomb up.
Kapai, well, it's worked for them in the first half. Why go away from what's been successful? Turn back on the inside. Seb Hint. Shrugging. 1. Taking 2 to ground. Lutu Whakamutunga. However, the sun is in their eyes, their own eyes. Left-hand side we play. This is Danielu. Looking for the ball just to stay up a bit. Goes a bit too dead. This is a 7-tackle set here now for the Te Atatū Roosters. Stop the clock.
Where you go? Off.
Sending our trainer. Jeez, it's got it all here. We've got Simbins. We've got trainers on the field.
Okay, release them. 0 tackle.
Typical Fox Memorial coverage here. Strong tackles there by the defence in Renoff, Onge, and Mr. Vogel. Makapakamua by Ikutele. Ikitule, Motaku here.
Hey, hey. Stop.
Yeah, just a bit of testosterone in the water bottles, Isaac. Things are getting a bit heated up.
Captains, over here, please.
As we hear Nigel's once again the discipline chat from the ref.
Getting a lot of mouth in the ruck area. Tell you guys to sort that out, okay? Francis, if I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. Just zip it. All right? Is this stuff like that? Cut it all out right now.
Anak warongo ngā kōrero. Even says from the scrum saying, "Oi, turi. Hoi. It's been a somewhat good spirited game. No need for anything to get ugly. Tanielu, danger man of the squad. This is Josh Tanielu. Just mihi to the Tanielu whānau. Josh, Zion, and also Ata. Their parents will be truly proud. Right hand side. Turn back on the inside to 23 Renoff Onge. Onge proven tough to tackle. Complaining maybe of a high shot, struggling to get to his feet. He does, and he plays the ball. Left hand side we go. Hint. Nice shape there. This is Tanielu.
And they're in.
Just some generous distribution of the ball. Yes, Zach. Very beautiful. Tremendous shape there on the left hand edge. Gordy Gibbons, get that certificate ready for Josh Tanielu, fullback of the Bay Roskill Vikings, who have been involved with everything. Yeah.
That was a nice shift off the ball and staying true to their form.
Hunt. Little snap play, front door pushing through there. Josh Tanielu drawing his opposite winger in and just feeding his left-hand wing. And Silas Toala. That's all she wrote. Isaac?
I think so.
Under 3 minutes to go here. Hey, it's been a privilege to call alongside my brother. Replacing my father for the rest of his life. Nah. Like I said, big mihi to the Dugout Productions, Auckland Rugby League. To find a Waipareta out here on the west side. And to you that have tuned in from there or far. No tawhiti, no tata. Ki runga I tēnei whakapāhotanga. Ki tō tātou whārangi tiri ata our YouTube channel. And also our CEO of Auckland Rugby League, Dwayne Mann. No ngāti kahu ngunu ki Wairoa. No tūhoia no hoki. He uri hoki ia no tonga. So he's a Mongan as well, like your kids. Isaac is Dwayne Mann.
Yes.
I think from Vava'u. Is that in Tonga?
Yep, it is.
Josh Tanielu. He can't do anything wrong. Let's have another nohi. Kickers that keep their head down and don't even care of how sweet the strike of the ball is so impressive. It's really important for the mana, the integrity of the Te Atatū Roosters, not to do anything silly. This is a proud club. and it should be displayed and role modelled from the front. I think Francis will be reflecting on how he's carried himself, and he knows he's better. He's of better cloth. Just over a minute to play here. Counting into the last 60 seconds of play here at Jack Colvin Park. 30 points to 16. Been quite a very dominant display of footy from the Bay Roskill boys right from the kickoff, choosing to go short, and successive kickoffs after that looking to shift. Just flipping the general game plan of footy on its head. Topped off with some great shape on both sides of the paddock. Been really impressed with the Danielu brothers. From 1 to 17, these boys have been top notch. To the dying minutes. That's Josh. Joshy on the spot once again. Hei tā te kaua wau he whanako, he ripi, he tāhai.
Yep.
Josh Danielu, take your hat off, bro.
Everyone behind the mark, please.
I know e harataku toa I te tuataki tahi, engari he tuataki tini. Success is not one of one, but one of many. Francis off to Te Tahi Atu. 13 there is Clive Tu'ifua. I really thought that Sensei Inu would have been in the middle more. We've seen our lock, or who's in 13, play that more of a first receiver role. As the hooter sounds on the last play here with the fridge, which closed. Have we got a Hail Mary kicked off the left foot, and how fitting to end up in the midst of Josh Danielu. 30 plays 16 here at Jack Colvin Park. Bay Roskill too good. Bay Roskill too good for the hometown Te Atatū. Shortly we're going to hear from both captains and our player of the match. However, it's been a privilege to bring you coverage to this segment of our game. We'll be throwing to some ads very shortly and coming back with a highlights package, also our co-captains and our player of the day. 30 plays 16 here at round 7 of the Auckland Fox Memorial Premiership. Maua ko Isaac Leavai e mihi nei moi ho husband tēnei. Don't go too far, grab yourself a cup of tea, a lazy snack, and come back for the the full-time highlights here at Jack Colvin Park.
Mr. Kiwi Made here, and today we're at Health Basics. We reckon they've been making body wash right here in Aotearoa for over 30 years.
Health Basics are truly New Zealand made. Buying anything else would be un-New Zealand.
Hoki mai anō e kare mā ki tēnei me ki ngā pikitia whakamutunga o tēnei tukinga hometown going down against some visitors who are very expansive. throughout many facets of the game. Ko te reo tērā a Gori Gibbons. A me te kai tākaro o te rā me ki, the player of the day. Te whurupeke, te hiku, te haika o te kapo Bay Roskill ko Josh Tanielu. Ana, he was very impressive, wasn't he, Isaac? Josh, he just, killed every facet of the game. He was good returning the ball, and he was also, it was also contributing in his ability to put on try assists.
Yeah, that's right. He showed an all-round ability, standout player. Great game from both sides, both clubs. They could be proud of that effort today. There was a lot of passion out there, but Bay played their expensive style and came out with the win. So congratulations to them.
We're going to have a look at some highlights of the game. Obviously, Bay Roskill coming away with the goods. Dynamic centre, three-quarter there, Amanaki, Vea Matahau, coming away with a couple of tries in this match. They had their chances, Te Atatū, just weren't able to complete. As we see some more highlights, some impressive tries.
Yeah, that's right. Especially around the fringes and out wide. Some good, strong running from the outside backs.
30 plays, 18. E hoa mā. This has been an awesome afternoon. Thank you to the Dugout production crew for bringing us coverage. As we celebrate those that have passed and prepare for the future, time of matariki, time of thanks. And in saying thanks, it's been awesome sharing the mic with my brother-in-law, Isaac Leava'a, alongside Chopper and his team here at Jack Colvin Park. Ka waiho pea aku mihi kia koutou e mātaki-taki mai nā ka whakairi hia te ki te kōrero ki runga ki ngā pā tūtū o te whare koutou mā. This was a curtain raiser to the Waz dealing to the Pussycats, also known as the Penrith Panthers. Back next week for more coverage of the Fox Memorial here from Jack Colvin Park. Luan husband tēnei e mihi nei, māua ko Isaac Leava'a. Hei te rāwiki e hoa mā. Get the line, plus Clive.
And he gets over.
Whakawhiti. It's heating up here at Jack Colvin Park. Nice short side play, just not hitting the target or the chest. And we're continuing here. Fullback says no one's home. Was advantage played or where? The field. Atatū with the pauro. Oh, another Josh Tanielu. Finding and splitting the picked up by our second try here. Makes his way onto the field. Tackled strongly. He harming to do some of the hard yards. Mamia once again driving his way to the ground. Can he make it there? Johnny on the spot. What's the call from the ref? Right from the first kickoff, going short. And even to this kickoff, not many teams choose to shift off the play. This is the fullback, Dangerman. Can he go all the way? Who's picking up with him? Left and right, he's looking there. Bit of a step, that's Ben Henry. Choosing to shift, and they go over again. 3 minutes into the half. On the toes, the big man! The version, that's number 23, ran off. Oh, what a play! What a... Wainganui ngā Pokoda over the black dot. Offloaded, back to one. The call by the ref. Under as we hear the tangi o te pūtātara. Mānawa tia matariki e hoa. Ran off.
They do well around their ruck area too.
They do. Clive, Justice. Excuse me, Zach. Oh,
short and looks like
fresh legs on the field. This is 17 and Devontae Harrell Epati.
A few back-to-back penalties now. He sent him.
Te Atatū. Hala, 1 metre out, looking to barge his way over, and the ball's down. Not the biggest fan of that. Getting some justification of Carry there from Lucas Adams. Short side play. Running back behind the ruck is Lopetti. Lopetti striking one. Charging up the middle. A metre short. Still going is Lopetti. They were outnumbered on that side. And the gate was already closed. Chooses to go high. Taking it strongly there. And we're playing on. Back to line 6 more. Corpino take up. Further tries. Under 10 minutes to play here. Bit of a bubble. Play on. Been impressed with this young man. This is Devontae Hurrell and Bucky.
Touchy, or both touches. That number 19 here. Number 19 here is gone in and attacked below the knee. He's going to have to go off. Okay. There you go, 19.
The right hand side we go. Inu shepherding a little bit, choosing to kick off the first or second tackle.
Oh, what a try.
What's the call? Hit by the defence and Renoff on there. And Mr. Vogel. Makafakamula. He does and he plays the ball. Left hand side we go. Hint. Nice shape there. This is Tanielu.
And they're in.
Just some generous distribution of the ball here, Notonga. So he's a Mongan as well, like your kids. Isaac is Dwayne Man. I think from Vavata their team, play that more of a first receiver role. As the Huda sounds of the last play here with the fridge, which closed. Have we got a Hail Mary kicked off the left foot, and how fitting to end up in the midst of